My name is Hudson. I'm a design manager at Hyundai Design North America.
Andre, we're in front of the Hyundai Sonata. Tell me about the car, the design of the vehicle.
Well, this is our new offering for the mid-size sedan segment, the all-new 2011 Sonata. And as you can see, looking at the curves and surfacing on this car, what we really wanted to do was bring a touch of class and sophistication to a segment right now that's become quite somewhat bland and boring. As you look around the car, you'll notice a real sculptural quality about the vehicle, and we tried to intentionally incorporate as many of the lines, features, and details throughout the vehicle, and adding a really artistic sculptural element to the car. You know, if you look at everything from the framing of the grille to the louvers in the grille itself, there's a very nice sculptural quality to those. They're nicely accented with a smoked chrome finish with a bright trim. And as you follow around into the headlamps, you'll notice that though they house the standard components for the headlamps with the projector beam and high beam, there's a very nice sculptural quality to these lamps that feel much more expensive than, you know, other cars in the same class. One detail we're very excited and happy about that sets this car apart is this nice piece of jewelry, is this bright molding that travels from the length, the back of the glass, all the way through the belt line, under the mirror, and pierces into the headlamp. And that creates a very long, beautiful gestural line. It's something that looks elegant, it looks expensive, and it'll be distinct when customers see that car driving down the road. All the details on this car are sculptural, and you want to touch it, you want to grab it. You know, they feel good to touch. There's a quality to them that's soft, and you'll see that repeated in everything from the door handle to the window treatment, and even as you walk around the car, the beautiful detail and sculptural elements in the tail lamps, as well as the chrome molding that braces the two tail lamps across the license plate. One of the great qualities about this car is if you stand back in rear profile, you notice that the upper is very long and very coupe-like, and we're very proud to say that with this new Sonata we've maintained our high level of interior volume. It's classified as a full-size car on the inside, but we've stretched it back to give the customers a very coupe-like profile. But it's not at all compromised. When you get in the back seat, you know, we've lowered the seating position just slightly, so adults can comfortably sit back there. You can get your child seat back there. You know, you can still get the look of a large coupe, but still have the interior functionality in the rear that is often compromised when you go to a vehicle that has a very fast profile, and we're very proud about that. When you step inside the Sonata, that same treatment of elegance on the outside has been carried to the interior. You'll notice this nice kind of dual cockpit theme that wraps around, and I don't know if it quite captures in video, but when you sit in this car in person, you notice this beautiful three-dimensional quality. You know, there's elements that come towards you that are within finger reach for the radio and HVAC controls. The gauges drop back very deep into the cluster but are displayed beautifully in front of the driver. And as you grip the steering wheel, you also notice that all of those controls are beautifully crafted into the steering wheel, and you get this overall very harmonious feel on the interior. It's also kind of interesting to look back over your shoulder and see that sixth window kind of stretch back behind you there. But you do get a sense that you're in a vehicle that's spacious, but you don't feel overwhelming in the space. You feel somewhat cradled and nestled in this seat as you grab the controls. So if you'll notice on this vehicle, as standard fare, there will be an iPod connection and an auxiliary connection. There's Bluetooth connectivity for your mobile phone. You'll notice our new instrument cluster that has an integrated LCD display nestled between the gauges that display your key functions, odometer, trip computer, and the digital integration of your parking and your fuel gauge. It looks very expensive and modern, but it's presented very well, you know, very large displays. You'll also notice most of the features that you're generally somewhat fumbling around with on the center stack now are located within thumb's reach on the Sonata. And as an option also available now on the sports editions are the paddle shift, which adds another air of some excitement in an automatic vehicle. So you have that option of having a little bit more manual control in driving.